Hello, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you've been here before. This is another pick a card reading, just looking at the journey ahead, so it could be about any situation you're finding yourself in at the moment. As always, we've got our three piles here, so group 1 is on the left, group 2 is in the middle, group 3 is on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with the cards that I'm using, and if you'd like a private reading with me, there's a link to my Facebook page and you can contact me on there. I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the green aura quartz, then this one is for you. Green aura quartz is all about the heart chakra, throws the heart wide open, allowing energy to flow and clear in the heart space, healing in love and emotional matters, deep emotional traumas. It also is an indication of prosperity, money, abundance, and all of that as well. So let's jump in group 2 with this group one with this reading. All right, past energy we've got for you: 2 of Pentacles reversed, the Chariot, and the Wheel. Right, so you're moving out of a period or a time in your life that maybe it was quite overwhelming and maybe even chaotic for you. There's big changes in your either recent past or this could be quite further down the track. Everyone's going to have different timelines they're working with here, but this is an energy where you have dropped maybe you've dropped some priorities or responsibilities or something. You've dropped something so that you can grab back the reins of your life and be at cause and create the changes that you wish to see in your life. You may have been overworked in the past, or there's some decisions maybe you made that were prioritizing the wrong things or prioritizing anything other than your dream, right? And I feel like you're really gaining control back over that, and you're meeting the obstacles, or you're starting to rise up to the challenge or something like that. Like you're meeting obstacles in your life now with more confidence, or at least trying different ways of navigating challenge, or you're just expanding your capability to approach life as it comes at you, right? And to how to handle the changes as they approach you. The Wheel of Fortune is here. The Chariot is here. This could be really big changes that are outside of your control as well. It could also be that you're trying to, or have recently broken a karmic cycle or something that you've been stuck in for a while. Maybe you're gaining control over your life in that regard as well. We've got the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So the underlying energy, you may be a feminine, doesn't matter, but the underlying energy for this reading is a very nurturing queen. This is energy where you are just honoring the cycles that you are at in life at this time, and honoring what you need to create a more prosperous future. This is really grounded, practical, stable energy. It can be quite introverted energy as well. So maybe you're spending a bit of time by yourself while you go through some of these transformations and changes. You may also be busy nurturing a business or children or friends and family connections, all sorts of things. This is a nurturing queen, nurturing self as well. So in the moving ahead section, we've got the Page of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. All right, so although the path ahead is not clear, and you may feel like you need to make some pretty big choices to explore new paths or try new things or just figure out where you got to go from here, your best approach is to not try and figure it out so much, I guess. So the advice here in the path ahead and what you will be moving through in the path ahead is maybe a lot of action and not totally seeing the results yet, or you could start to see some results of your changes that are happening here. But this energy to me is a little enduring. You're going to need to really stick it out to see some of the results of your hard work or some of the changes, like I've said here. You're also being quite introspective of some of the choices, the multitude of choices that are before you, and even in your past as well, the choices you might have made that have not been supportive to the future that you want. The Page of Wands in this depiction, she's actually let these lizards crawl over her. The one's bitten her on the finger. So it's quite quite a strong indication that, you know, some of the choices we've made in the past maybe have not been so helpful, but you've learned a lot from them, and you're rather now wanting to focus your energy on the Seven of Pentacles. Focus your attention on investing in your own life, in your own health, whatever it is that you're working on. Maybe it's your studies, maybe you're creating a garden in your backyard, whatever it is you're doing. It's that grounded action that needs to be most important for you at the moment to help you navigate some of the confusion. You may have a lot of options in front of you too. The Seven of Cups, it can be like a multitude of things that you could go for, or ways that you could think about this. But the Page of Wands also does remind you that this is a spiritual journey too, and something that you are still learning about. It's curiosity here with the Page of Wands. It's very excited and enthusiastic to learn about the future, or learn about yourself, or the things that are going to happen for you. I almost would like to clarify maybe the Seven of Cups, since it's so confusing. Five of Pentacles, okay. Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Beautiful. All right. So we've got, on one hand, we've got lack mentality potentially. Maybe we've got illness. Maybe we've got a relationship that's broken down. Something where you're feeling a big sense of lack or loneliness. Maybe it's through some choices of letting people in that didn't have your best interest at heart. Maybe it's, it could be a multitude of things. It could be physical health as well, all sorts of like illness or anything like that. It could be separation from family that live a whole world away. There's a lot of things this could be talking about, but as you move through this lack and loss and the loneliness, you're through grounded action, through focusing on your investment, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, right? Through focusing on what it is that is in front of you, what change you can affect. What is that saying? God, give me the strength to, with the wisdom to know the difference between what you can and can't do, you know, that thing. Just focusing here on one thing. The Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles is a long-term investment, and it's not being distracted by outside paths, by things that haven't worked out, by all the confusion, by the loneliness, by the disappointments. All of that stuff is all a factor of this journey that you're on with the Page of Wands. All that you're learning about yourself and life, love, connection. There's so much here. There's a lot of tender feeling in this as well. So the way to move through those bigger feelings that you're experiencing at times is to stay grounded, to stay focused, to stay anchored in what's real and what's true in front of you, and trusting that Spirit guides you, and to move through these emotions, I guess, not around them or away from them or avoiding them, but just honoring them as they come up perhaps as well. That was there. So was that. You can see the Ten of Swords is on the bottom of the deck now as well. Indication of quite a large ending perhaps. We've got that Wheel of Fortune here as well. But anyways, in the challenge area for you, we've got the Ace of Swords, Five of Cups, Nine of Swords, Six of Cups. All right. The challenge for you at this time is maybe making sense and clarity over some traumas of the past, or pain from the past, experiences that have been really painful for you, that have caused a lot of maybe depression or anxiety, maybe even deep PTSD, stuff like this. You're trying to navigate your way through all of that to return to some level of innocence, youth and joy in your life, where this doesn't affect you every night, or it doesn't override your day. I feel like that might be a challenge for some of you. Maybe it's talking about it with the Ace of Swords, getting clarity on the reason, the purpose behind this pain. Or can you bring purpose from this pain? There's childhood energy here with the Six of Cups. This could be issues with family members that you're just not seeing eye to eye with. It could be very much in the past energy. It could be something you've moved away from now, that you're still dealing with the trauma of. It could be your own self-doubt as a parent as well. There's a lot of things here. Maybe you're definitely, for some people I'm getting that there's a bit of a harsh critic inside of you about your expectations as a parent or as a nurturer, or even on your own self-love journey, expecting a bit much from yourself. But the challenge here is, the a lot of depression, anxiety, and heavy emotions, trauma from attached to the past. Maybe this is from childhood wounds, and maybe you've attracted connections that mirror those experiences from childhood. Maybe it's being separated from family and feeling like you have to go all of this experience by yourself, and there's a lot of ways to read this energy, but you are definitely processing some very heavy emotions in regards to the past and trying to receive clarity on that, or understanding or sharing your story. Being able to talk about it through therapy or friends or things like that. What will help with this? What will help with this challenge? First of all, we've got the Sun card. Okay, and that could be literal as going out and getting some sunshine, vitamin D, making sure that you're connecting outside to nature, connecting to play. We've got the Six of Cups, so it's Sun card and the Six of Cups, big time Leo energy. It's also that energy of childhood and that sense of freedom and innocence and expression and fun. So bringing fun back into your day or into your week, or somehow inserting some sort of childlike expression or connection with children or animals or nature. It'll all be very helpful for you. We've got the Five of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Strength card all here as well. How am I holding this? Like so. Right. So, Five of Wands, Seven of Wands. That's a big conflict energy, chaotic energy. This could be like there's a family here, they're not seeing eye to eye, they're arguing. This could be violent experiences. This could be really dangerous experiences that you're having to liberate yourself out of. King of Wands, Strength card, right? And these are visionary energies, leadership energies, in your power energies. Strength is courage, bravery, self-control, and the ability to push forward through your visions, through your truth and what you know to be true. This to me is what's going to help is illumination, acceptance. Oh, there's so many. Self-belief is a really big one here. Self-belief in your truth, and then just going for it, liberating yourself away from this chaos, drama, conflict, not engaging. Maybe this is your own energy as well, where you're needing to make a plan to liberate yourself out of a period in life where you've been stuck. To make a plan here, even though there's a lot of challenges, the Chariot cards speak to those challenges. Maybe you've been prioritizing the wrong things. Maybe your energy's been a little bit scattered and sent in different directions. Maybe that's the case, but you're needing a bit more streamlined focus here on one vision and to go for it, to really take those steps towards this vision, whatever this vision is for you with the King of Wands. This is very connected to nature energy, all of this. Right, so further guidance. We've got the Four of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. I love this. But this is on one end of this, we've got wish fulfillment. On the other side of this, we've got maybe dissatisfaction, disappointment, wishes unfulfilled, unrequited love, lack mentality, victim mentality, all of this stuff, dreaming of the things that haven't worked out, really focusing on that rather than seeing the golden opportunity that's available here. So from the Four of Cups to the Nine of Cups, through grounded practical action, Ace of Pentacles, this is your further guidance. Let this spirit is trying to splash you awake from daydreaming about the past. And sure, there's some things you may be working through with professionals or your own spirit guides, self, friends, whatever it is, that you're moving through some really heavy emotional energy. But there's so much available to you now that you can grab and really pull into your life that brings a lot of joy and wish fulfillment here for you. So Spirit splashing you awake from this wasted potential to realize that once you start putting roots down, if you haven't already, and continue focusing on the 7 and 8 of Pentacles energy, what you're invested in here, not being distracted by anything outside of your creation station, right? Or whatever it is that you're invested in, is going to bring you a lot of wish fulfillment with this 9 of Cups. Through grounded practical action, healthy choices, looking after your body, and making disciplinary choices as well. The Ace of Pentacles, I'm getting quite a disciplined, structured energy from that. and it will pay off. It will pay off. So the outcome energy, we've got 3 major arcanas, the Star, the Judgment, and the Empress. Wow. This is beautiful energy. Oh my goodness. For such a huge emotional reading, this is full of hope and brightness and love and nourishment. The Star card is all about hope. Having hope for the future based in these decisions that are made, this calling that's been directing you. You've been feeling this, connecting with your own guides for a while now to make these choices, to make these changes. Maybe they've been out of your control, but to surrender to them and allow God to have its way with you, Spirit to have its way with you, whatever name you call. But the Empress here, this is about motherhood and children and something that you may be birthing into your life. It's a huge indication of a lot of prosperity and abundance, that other message for this card. So through all of this deep inner healing and self-love work, this journey, this calling, this purpose, living your purpose, following those steps, you're bringing in so much love and abundance. The outcome is the Empress, so you cannot get better than that. It doesn't get better than that. So in our oracle cards, we had emotions come out for you. Emotions. I'll read from the book. A pool of suppressed emotions lies trapped within you, and it's time to release them. There's no need to worry. You can do this safely. It's beneficial for you to express your feelings. Allow them to surface. It's okay for you to open your heart. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. The best medicine is to empty yourself of everything. This is a time for healing old wounds, a time for renewal, a time of profound and positive transformation. The raging sea of emotions will soon abate, and love will fill your heart. Courage, strength, and patience are required. You are supported by the sea of divine light that surrounds you. The current events are being driven by invisible wheels of love, and you are immersed in a great ocean of light. You got to trust here with this Star card that you are being guided here. All these changes are happening for you to have your best life, a prosperous, beautiful life. So in our self-loving prompts of things that can help us achieve our dreams, underlying energy was exercise, just to get that heart pumping, oxygen through the blood feels amazing at the end of the day. All right, we've got hydrate. Also swimming in fresh water and things like that, maybe a trip to the beach, but also, yeah, drinking lots of water. Practices of gratitude, we've got the 4 of Cups here as well. So it can be really hard when we're moving through deep trauma to not be overwhelmed by all that hurts and all that hasn't worked out, but to try and balance that as well with all of the blessings that are available to you, that Spirit is trying to get you to really see here with the 4 of Cups. Big blessings are available to you here, big blessings, and you are that blessing. We had shop smart, spend money on experiences, not just things, make memories, but it's also experiences, new experiences for yourself as well, of healing or deeper connection to self. Trying new things in that regard. We've got glow up. Take a day to spoil yourself. If it makes you beautiful, then do it, but more than a day, just little tweaks here and there. Maybe the glow up is in your home space. Maybe it's the tweaking your bedroom to make it feel more fresh. Maybe it's changing furniture around. Maybe adding a little pot plant to your office, or something that helps you feel a little bit more alive and in your environment. So this is not just your physical body, but your environment, a glow up. Social media detox. This is also no posting, no liking, just living. Don't let it take over your life. If you're spending a lot of time on it, then you'll know that's for you. But it also could be about the type of things and pages and people that you follow as well. Trying to make sure that they're inspirational. Bounce back. Don't give up. All is not lost. Get back up and keep trying. You're doing it. You're doing that. Forgiveness is for you. Forgive others and yourself, because your soul deserves peace. Leaving the past behind and just letting yourself fly off into a beautiful new future, no longer letting it hold you back. And read. The more you read, the more you'll learn. There may be a book that has been already pointed out to you that you could benefit from, maybe putting that in your cart and ordering it. Maybe the book will make itself known to you. But yeah, all right. I think that's all I have for you, Group 1. I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope that gave some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye. Hey, Group 2, and welcome to your reading if you chose the selenite heart. And this one is for you. So just looking up the orange selenite before this reading, we've got grounding spiritual knowledge, connection to the heavens, so using that wisdom to direct your life path, feelings of peace and calm, knowing that you're a worthy and beloved child of God, and new beginnings. So, a bit of awakening energy there as well, I'm feeling. All right, so group 2, let's jump on in with your reading and where it's at, the life. This is past energy, life path. So we've got the Knight of Swords, 4 of Swords, and the 6 of Wands is here. So as always, we can read this in a few different ways. So this to me is that it might be a recipe for success that you've altered or changed. You might be changing your way of doing things after maybe a period of lots of movement, maybe a bit of burnout as well, that you're needing a time of rest. So that you can rise back up to success again. You could be going through your own ebb and flow type cycle. Maybe it's just that time of month for resting, or maybe it's just a time to rejuvenate or recalibrate after just a period of high action, or maybe even stressful period as well. This could be somebody who's come at you maybe aggressively, and you're just wanting to shelter and protect yourself from that. This is past energy. Right, so it could be any number of things like that, where it's just on one hand we've got a lot of determination and force, and then we've got a lot of rest, renewal and withdrawal energy. But then we've got 6 of Wands, which is a public victory. It's rising back up to success after a period of rest and recalibration, I would say. Maybe you've had to set some boundaries even against yourself. Maybe you've had to set your own personal boundaries in your routine, and so that you can be more productive. Or I feel like there's maybe a change in the way you're doing things. Maybe you're lightening your load so that you can have more time for the things that mean a bit more to you. Or there's a shift in your priorities maybe as well here. I feel like that you're learning how to be more successful, maybe with less effort or less of the hard work, making you're finding new ways to get life to work for you, I'm feeling here as well. Based on harder experiences in the past, like you're learning so much from your harder experiences, and it's like maybe it's time for you to start to really come out into the world stage, or into like step up onto the next level of your life, the next unfolding for you. It's time to level up by the looks of it. You've learned so much, you've come so far, you've maybe had a period of a hermit mode or healing or something like that, and now it's time to put all of that hard work to the test, or like to demonstrate all of that hard work by just showing up into the world. And I feel like there's a lot of recognition for the work and healing that you've done here as well. Might be time to heal and come back together with a certain friend, or something like that as well. I feel like you're looking at yourself as a more successful person too, or you're learning how to build success and prosperity in your life. So further in the path ahead, we've got now the 5 of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. Righty. Okay. So again, an indication of learning. I think you're learning to manage your time or your energy better perhaps, or maybe this is also in regards to if you're working with other people. This can definitely be about people that don't have the same opinions, or don't have the same, we're not all working on the same page, not all working together very harmoniously. But I feel like that's something that's changing with some sort of structure that's applied, whether that's, oh goodness, could be so many things, right? I'm trying to keep it open. But it looks to me like with routine, structure, being reliable, having other people that have the same reliable, steady energy around you that support that same dream as well is going to be in the path ahead here. So perhaps we're walking away from conflicting energies, being burnt out, spreading your energy a bit thin, chasing frivolous things. It's just a redirection or recalibration here. Keep coming back to. This could be arguments and just petty dramas as well. It could be just internal conflict as well, how you feel and believe about yourself. remembering that you are worthy to have a peaceful life, and that you can just take those steps to make it practical steps to make that so. This is a slow, very slow moving, but successfully achieving energy, right? Did I say that right? It's very, very much indication as well here a few times that there's desire to reconnect with family, or those people that help us feel connected to community, whether they're blood family or connections to the community that help us feel like we're connected to something bigger, you know. Just being a part of a team here. There's so much here about wanting to be in a team that's supportive of each other, especially if that's been lacking in the past or something. Maybe that's something you want to attract into your world, or maybe it's just your own business that you're building from the ground up. There could be that sort of thing as well. You're still getting started, or there's so much here. But it's the path ahead is absolute prosperity, I must say, with the Ten of Pentacles there, right? And it's through all of this conflict and struggle and shadow work and all this harder stuff that it's on that you build. So there's value in all of these harder experiences, and there's a lot of value in this energy, a lot of value in that, and going into that resting period. If that's where you've been recently, don't dismiss the value of that process. So in our challenge, we've got the 5 of Cups, the 10 of Cups. We've got the 8 of Wands and the Hermit as well. So there could, again, an indication of feeling disconnected from family, or feeling disconnected from, how am I holding these? Yeah. I do this a bit, don't I? Yeah, so see the 8 of Wands, the 10 of Cups. So there's a lot of sadness here, and something that's, you know, with the 10 of Cups, it's often our loving connections, or the things that really give us emotional fulfillment in life. And maybe you're grieving that. Maybe you're grieving a loss of a loved one, or a relationship, or a goal or a dream that didn't work out. There's a lot of loss and grief here. And the challenge is moving forward. Maybe the challenge as well with the 8 of Wands is communication, or even air travel and getting to a destination that you might be prevented from getting to because of COVID or whatever reasons. But all of these things are indicated here, where you're maybe feeling isolated and having to go through the harder period of something alone, the sadness of something, feeling like you're grieving the what was so happy, a happy ever after. It's like everything was perfect and then it wasn't, or there's just this real sadness and a deep sense of loss here that is the big challenge. And then moving forward, what to do with this, how to move forward from this, how to build from this again. 6 of Swords and the High Priestess, trying to find that divine wisdom in this experience, and trying not to take emotional and mental baggage with us, but travel lightly and move into a more calmer territory where we're achieving our dreams and building successfully. But there's still a big process and on the internal level that's happening for you that still needs to be honoured. The challenge might be feeling isolated as you go through this. You may be feeling like this could be a very big awakening energy here as well. Like this is could be really strongly indicating if somebody who's been through an awakening, where everything sort of gets illuminated and all of the illusions get highlighted and they start to fall away, and we start to really listen to our truth and that inner calling. But that could be the challenge, is movement forward past the sadness and just moving on into whatever's next. Literally moving on could be so hard. But in the guidance for what will help in that regard, we've got the Sun and the 2 of Pentacles, the Devil, the 8 of Swords, the Queen of Swords is there as well. I'll pick her up soon. But okay, so this is actually in the same position for Group 1, I'm pretty sure, for what will help in that literal sun, the sun message. To maybe it's vitamin D that will help. Maybe it's getting out into the sunshine, clearing your energy, and just taking a walk in nature, and scheduling in a bit of exercise to get that heart pumping oxygen through the body. That sort of movement and joy, right? Playfulness, that could help. That's just the sun in a nutshell. But anyway, so you're going to be navigating these changes, and this devil energy, Eight of Swords. This could be anything, right? This could be past traumas and stories or things that you tell yourself that make you feel powerless or make you feel like you're not in control of the direction of your life, or that you can't bring joy into the now, or that this could be a relationship that is quite toxic that makes you feel stuck, that you have maybe asserted a boundary against, but you maybe still feel tempted and pulled towards. The devil energy can be an addiction as well that you're finding hard to break the cycle of, addiction of any kind. But this Two of Pentacles here is to say that there's going to be times when you feel absolutely stuck, but what's going to help is trying these new things to help yourself stay grounded, shifting your priorities and prioritizing the things that make you feel joy. The Queen of Swords came out with the Sun here as well, so sometimes it's making a pretty firm and firm choice with whatever you're experiencing at that moment, to unplug and to not let yourself go down that hole of spiraling thoughts or whatever it may be. I just saw 1111 on my recording at this time. But not being trapped by a story you've told yourself about a certain connection, but rather choosing healthy boundaries and positive growth and having a positive outlook on your future. That's what's going to help here, because there's so much about looking towards the future that's scary and maybe lack of hope or feeling quite sad, but there's a lot of positivity and hope in your future and even in your now. And what's going to help is having that clear discernment. With the Queen of Swords in this depiction has her heart locked in a cage, so she's having healthy and strong boundaries against connections that might threaten her happiness or joy or health, or even her own personal choices here. It's having discipline, I would say, disciplinary choices to look after yourself, and I feel like this is as well like to be uncompromising and really go after what you know is good for you, what you know is going to bring joy and success. It's the slow moving steps to obtain this success, this prosperity, whatever it is you want in your life, and releasing yourself. I see the Eight of Swords was actually put down reverse now. You're releasing yourself from whatever this self-imposed prison is, these thoughts, processes, or actions, and choosing to do something else. Guidance, Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, the World. Look at that. So you're turning your back on lack mentality, from poor health maybe as well, from leaving yourself out in the cold, I'm getting from this, from just not showing up for yourself as much as you could be maybe, and honoring your needs and speaking on those needs, even if that's hard at the time. But this is turning your back on lack experiences. Maybe it's poor financial choices as well, learning to build your relationship to money, learning how to reserve and protect your resources, who you befriend, and the influence, the diet, mental diet, food diet, all these things that you're taking in resource-wise. You're really, the further guidance is to really look at the things that honor and nurture your body into more growth and prosperity, and away from things that might leave you feeling lack or not nourished. Queen of Pentacles now on the World card is a big message of leveling up. I really do love this energy. It's putting down that solid foundation. There's a lot of pentacles in this energy, in this reading for you at the moment. So it's just slow, careful, grounded actions. Self-loving actions that support and nurture your garden. Whatever it is you're growing in that garden. The World card here as well is really, it's the last major arcana in the deck, as we know. So it's the completion of something. And this, look at the poise on this Queen of Pentacles. She's quite proud of herself and all that she's accomplished here. And so it also talks about, you know, the hardness or the harshness maybe of the experiences behind you, and all that you can learn and grow from those experiences. I don't know how to hold it anymore. But you're coming out of this. You're coming out of poor choices for self. You're coming out of feeling like you've got to do it all alone as well. I mean, I feel like a lot of people that connect to this reading are quite naturally introverted. I do feel that, and not everyone's going to resonate with that message. But I do feel like there's a whole new world that you're creating here, and in that whole new world will be other connections that really do resonate with you, no matter how introverted and different you might feel or think you are. I feel like there's a whole world that, and that was actually the other thing now, I just remembered that, that came through when I saw the Sun card, and that was that and the Hermit card, that's right. There was something here about, because you're doing so much work, I'm feeling, to be your own light from within and shine that light out into the world. But there's an indication here that you're needing to receive light externally from other people, maybe from other experiences, literally go out into the sunshine like that. But I just felt like the message and what will help, because you're being the light shining outwards. That's the challenge, is maybe finding that light within. But I feel like there's a need for finding inspiration externally as well, in other people, like a mentor, or not even like one set mentor, but like finding the light and the positivity in the world, having really optimistic mindset, but also receiving is going to be really helpful for you. Asking for help maybe as well, but receiving light, receiving positivity and acknowledging it. You'll know what I mean. All right, we're going to move on. In our outcome energy, we've got that World card here. We've got outcome energy now, where we had the Judgment card. So you're releasing yourself from heavy burdens. You're stepping deeper into path, into purpose. You're hearing that calling. You're making choices that are in alignment to what you know will liberate you out of any heaviness or fear. You've got the Three of Wands and the Six of Cups, the Magician. There could also be a decision made to go and revisit some old friends or family, or travel back home if that's possible. I know COVID's different and hard these days, but I'd have to see that there is also somebody who's waiting to go home. Six of Cups, Three of Wands, somebody who's waiting for the opportunity to return to childhood or family or a past friend or love or something like this. Somebody here is waiting for their choices to align them with a beautiful life, or maybe a loving family, or a soulmate connection, or something like this as well. There's a few different things here, but it's a trust, and it's really following that spirit guidance and trusting that it will bring you your dreams and your desires, and that you are co-creating with the universe. And this Magician card being the last card in this reading, right? In your outcome, in your destination, that you will absolutely manifest your dreams here, or whatever it is you're desiring, whatever it is you're working towards. Spirit can hear you. Spirit knows what's on your heart. Okay, so we also had don't compromise. True wisdom stands the test of time, and your decision not to compromise on something you truly believe is a wise one. Sometime soon there is a magical occurrence, and through a series of unexpected but interrelated events, your world changes for the better. This is all a direct result of the strength and commitment you've shown towards something you believe in. You will soon reap rewards, and your strength and strong commitment will serve both you and others well. What was previously rejected will soon be accepted. Nice, I like that. And then a couple of self-love prompts to get you through the week. Group 2, we've got use essential oils. Essential oils can help boost your mood and promote positive energy. But I feel like that's also connecting with, we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Sun here as well. I feel like that's connecting with nature and all of its beautiful little blessings. Flower medicine, all of it. Eating healthy greens, all that sort of plant medicine. Set relationship goals, recognize what makes you happy and strive to find that in your love life, but also strive to find that in your connection with yourself too, your relationship to you. Root chakra, it only affords us the out of balance option with this deck, and if that's the case, if you're feeling like you're a little flighty, maybe not feeling very grounded at the moment, then connecting to the Mother Earth, putting roots down, connecting to community, putting your feet on the grass, drinking root tea. There's so many wonderful things you can do to help yourself feel grounded. Just simple practical actions of using your hands and being here now, out of your head. but here on the earth. Having a relaxing bath, adding bath salts or candles can help restore yourself as well, making it yummy. Awaken the witch, awaken the dormant potential and unlock your inner witch. Lots of prompts out there if that calls to you. There's lots of things to explore there. Love your single life. And even if you're not single, you can still love your individuality and your single life. Your singleness is an opportunity to spend quality time with yourself. So if there may be a little bit of time apart from a loved one, then embrace it. Level up. And I was so happy to see this because the Queen of Pentacles and the World card said those words to me. Level up. Start small. Start today. Just start. The sky's the limit. One thing at a time. I think that comes with the reprioritization of your goals and your all your priorities getting reprioritized and you becoming more of a priority for yourself, I'm feeling here. Start saving. Having some savings behind you will make you feel more at ease. Solar chakra plexus, solar chakra is out of balance. Yeah, okay. Again, and then setting boundaries in your life is a great way to put yourself first. So these probably come hand in hand here as well. Having to really believe in your choices and believe in your ability to stand by those choices, especially with the Do Not Compromise card as well. To just trust that you know what's good and true for you and that you can assert those boundaries. And you have the power to do that. And it's a great way to put yourself first. So, group 2, I think that's it I have for you guys. I'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope it gave you some sort of clarity or comfort or guidance, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 2. Hey, group 3, and welcome to your reading if you chose the Pyrite, Fool's Gold. This one is for you. Pyrite, we looked up a little meaning there at the start. And pyrite symbolizes protection from negative energy of all kinds, unblocks creativity, stimulates the intellect, and enhances the memory, which is interesting because now some people who connected to group 3 last week were mourning the death of a loved one, maybe a husband, maybe a father. And so enhanced memory and a few of the cards do indicate that maybe you've picked group 3 again from that group. But either way, we'll jump on to the reading. Could be your own memories of the past quite a bit coming up for you. But in the most recent past energy, we've got the 3 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. So this is a really heartbreaking, heavy energy with this 3 of Swords. It could be a betrayal or just a really severe heartache that nothing seems to be able to fix. It's just really painful experience for you, and you may have had to go through this by yourself. This could be a relationship breakup that's made you become single with the 9 of Pentacles there. But either way, this painful experience has definitely caused you to learn your own strength and resilience, because you've had to really lean on yourself here. You've had to be your own best friend, your own support through this situation. And I feel like there's a longing for family connection in this energy with the 9 of Pentacles, and that she's got this food here waiting at the table to invite people in. And it's like there's this, I'm sorry if you can hear the blower or whatever that is in the background. I really hope it doesn't take over the reading too much. But what am I saying here now? Yeah, I feel like there's just this feeling of exclusion here as well. Like you're feeling like you really have to go through this heartache by yourself, and there's lots of communication maybe, but you're still feeling like you have to go by yourself and figure a lot out on your own. And it's definitely helped you level up. It's helping you develop a level of independence or prosperity in your own life, or clear direction in what your values are as well. Like there's a lot of growth in this pain. It'll be a little different for everybody what type of growth and pain this is, but the path ahead, we have the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, and the World. So with the World card, I would say this is the completion of repeating old cycles. But you're remembering your power and your power to choose. I feel like your power to create the life that you want as well. I feel like they've got the 8 of Swords on this table as well here, and yeah, 3 8s. So you're definitely leaving behind the powerless way of being in a situation. Maybe it's trying to make it work when it's just not going to work, or it's just, I feel like you're no longer putting your energy into things that are not supportive of who you want to become and the world you want to have. You're taking your power back here, I'm feeling, in a like, it feels like a subtle way. It's like just a release of what isn't serving anymore. And focusing, like shifting into positive thinking, and that's what's in the path ahead for you. There's some sort of clarity that comes in that helps you get to that place where you just stop trying to make it work, or you stop trying to, I don't know, this is going to be a little different for everyone, but like there's something about this that it's, no matter what you do, you are not achieving the goal that you want. Like you keep trying, or even if you're not even physically trying to do something, this deep desire inside you feeds towards a certain direction that isn't manifesting, or something like that. And I feel like you just sort of let that go, and what's emotionally draining you, you just let that go and open up new pathways of thoughts, or new energy towards a new direction that's more supportive to you. There's also indication of somebody who's trying to travel as well, 8 of Wands in the World card, where if getting movement forward to travel to a different place could be really hard as well, or so maybe you are literally traveling, but world travel is so nearly impossible at the moment with COVID and such. It's so hard to read that sort of thing into these readings, but they touch people globally, and there is still world travel here. So yeah, for some people this could be travel in the horizon for you, where you're moving away or returning to family or something like this. But for the most part, I feel like it's just dropping the way of doing things that don't serve you emotionally and taking up back your power. What the challenge is here: 9 of Wands, Knight of Swords, 8 of Swords, 7 of Swords. More mental energy here, like mental strain and burnout energy I'm feeling. Like literally, look at him, he's exhausted here trying to figure it out. He's got all these naughty pixies and fairies ripping apart all his hard work. There's nothing making sense. Maybe it's trying to get to the bottom of a betrayal. The 7 of Swords indicates someone who has been sneaky. Maybe that could be a challenge, is trying to figure out if somebody has betrayed you or not. That might be something you're really burning your mental energy out on. So the 9 of Wands as well tells me that you're at a place of really being perhaps burnt out, exhausted, and just not able to keep pushing in that same direction anymore. Finding that last test, or that last bit of resilience inside of you might be a challenge. To sort of get that motivation again, to get moving again, might be a challenge for you at this time. Maybe you're feeling like it's all just a bit too much, and you're overwhelming yourself with the strategy of how it's going to work out, or how to get to there, or achieve whatever it is you're trying to achieve here. You could be really exhausting yourself with the details of that, of what that's going to look like, or how it's going to unfold. I feel like you're quite exhausted and finding it really hard to find the motivation, drive that you need to move forward, because you're spending a lot of your energy on something that's draining you emotionally or mentally. But that's all going to shift soon. It is, you're in this moment now of coming to realize that, maybe, but this is all going to shift. What will help? We've got the 2 of Swords and the Strength card. See, this is a head and heart confusion energy, not knowing which way to go, not knowing what to do. And then the Strength card is running away from that. We've also got the 5 of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles as well. So even more energy of walking away from mental strain and just putting your feet down. Just taking a walk, going for a run, getting that blood circulating. I've said that in all 3 readings actually today, about getting the blood pumping through the body, getting air going in the blood system. to help you feel better mentally as well. So maybe physical exercise is being called to you, but just grounded action out of mental strain, away, just disconnecting from the unknown, from trying to figure it out, just disconnecting from what you don't have control over, knowing when to walk away, knowing when to let go mentally, perhaps, as well. If you don't have the answer, using the affirmation to ground yourself with trust in spirit that if you need to know, you will, and you don't need to know everything right now. That could be it for you too. That's a very powerful mantra to surrender into. I don't need all the answers right now, because it reinforces that trust that spirit will give you the answers when you need them. And that's how it's been thus far on your journey. If information is necessary for you to know, it will be made available to you. You just got to trust in spirit for that. And to bring that information forward, instead of exhausting yourself trying to figure it out, just take some careful, grounded action with the Ace of Pentacles here. Maybe go and create something, or go and cook something, go and take a walk. There's so many things this can be. This could be a hobby, a job, going to work, all that sort of stuff that helps you ground your energy as well. But yeah, there's competition energy here as well with the Five of Swords. Maybe you're feeling competitive as well, and the message really here is to stay in your own lane, just shine in your own brilliance, if that's a message for you. Further guidance, we have the Six of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. So a bit more indication of struggle, strain, feeling left in the cold, maybe feeling generally unwell, feeling like you're not enough, or you don't have enough, or you're not supported by family and friends. All of that energy here with the Five of Cups. Maybe this is linked to childhood traumas or patterns from the past, that things that might get in your way of success, or worrying, or putting all your power outside of you. I'm feeling here. Feeling like, that you're not in control of the way things are going, or there's something. I'm getting a few relationship messages from this one for people that have been in like a relationship breakdown here. And what is going to help for a lot of you is spending time with your children if you're a parent. Spending time with the kids and spending time doing things you enjoyed as a small child yourself. Connecting with that inner child, creativity, spending time cooking with family, or cooking at home, or cooking something that you enjoyed eating in the past. Taking an experience that something. There's a lot here with childlike nature and spending time with children. Ace of Cups, Six of Wands. You're climbing up and above and away from this, whatever this is. This Five of Pentacles, feeling left in the cold. She's isolated and alone. She doesn't know which way to turn. She's not supported. She doesn't know where to go. It's just all she knows is it's cold, and she's got to find something warm soon. Family are in the next card over, so there may be a feeling like you're disconnected from family or the things of the past that made you feel connected or love. But you're navigating through this experience and finding a lot of power in it. You're learning to give yourself, put yourself first, and give yourself a lot of love here. Ace of Cups, Six of Wands. Acknowledgement for how far you've come as well might be really needed here for some of you. Really sitting with how far you have actually come to climb up out of something that was quite hard for you, that's maybe left you financially strained, or maybe it's left you physically ill or mentally ill, or there's this Five of Pentacles is a really heavy card, and you're climbing to success above and up and over that. You're getting over this, you're climbing up again, you're rising back up based in actions of self-love and compassion. It's actually interesting. I think, the Oracle card is compassion, but we'll get to that in a moment. The outcome energy for you, what you're moving towards here. We have the Judgment card, the Ten of Swords, the Wheel, and the Four of Wands. So especially an indication here for those people that have lost a loved one and are trying to move forward in life. Ten of Swords is here, the Judgment is here, the Wheel is here, the Four of Wands. This is all a very strong message to trust in the cycles of life and death, and that your family member or loved one is absolutely supportive and in your team. Four of Wands, to support your spiritual mission here. You're somebody who guides you through your own natural cycles of life. And the Judgment card here as well, somebody who's with you when you pray. that sort of energy. So the death card with the 10 of Swords is a literal death, but it's also an ending of a cycle. We've got, for everybody else, other people connecting to multiple messages in this reading, right? Not everyone is going to be the same, but the destination for you is an absolute ending of the old way of being, and perhaps living a bit more of a life of devotion, or finding new ways to be devoted to joy and good health and wellness in your life. Just feeling well, it feels important, right? And especially if you've plugged into things that drain you and sap you, it's unplugging from that and plugging back into truth. Listening to that calling, following those intuitive actions and guidances towards actions, to nurture yourself and to live a life of devotion here. And putting an end to cycles that are unhealthy. 10 of Swords can also be the end of a relationship, and at the very ending of a chapter. The Wheel of Fortune can also talk about things that are outside of our control, but these deaths happen so that we can have rebirths and new beginnings, and the cycle of life must go on. We have the Four of Wands here as well, connection to community, connection to your spiritual journey, and being at this point where it is now as well. There's a big acceptance energy of the beauty of life, the duality of life, the unfolding, ever unfolding journey of life here. And then, this wheel will continue to turn, and it's just a matter of being present. That's what I love about the Four of Wands, is it's always a message to be. For them, it's autumn. I know a lot of watchers over in the Northern Hemisphere are coming into autumn now. So it's honoring those cycles as you find yourself in them, whether it's shedding and letting things fall away, or honoring a winter period, or whatever it may be for you. But it's a message of honoring the journey and where you're at now, rather than trying to project yourself forward, backwards, to a different or better place, but honoring the journey in which you are at here and now, and using that to make beautiful, healthy choices to nourish you and support you as you move forward into what's next. The Compassion card. This card is asking for you to be more compassionate to yourself. Start to pay attention to your thoughts. Where are we? Every time you have a critical thought about yourself, make an effort to replace the critical thought with a positive and loving one. You're a beautiful soul, and even though you may perceive that you are less than perfect, you are perfect just as you are. The physical world is simply spirit clothed in matter, and from a spiritual perspective that we achieve in this life pales into insignificance compared to what we already are. In essence, you are an eternal being, full of love and light, and even though in your mind things may not seem so, in actuality, you are perfect just as you are. The two birds of this card sing you a sweet song and ask you to love yourself. There is nothing to fix. You just need to love and accept yourself. With a little compassion, you will see how special and beautiful you really are. And some self-loving prompts and ways you could support yourself this week. We have shop smart, spend money on experiences, not just things, make memories. So I feel like that's trying new things to show yourself love as well, and connection. Self-exploration, exactly. Self-exploration, peel off the false persona and get to know yourself to find your truth. Definitely trying new things. Negative thinking, unfounded negative thoughts are worth being aware of. So countering those, and maybe there's a lot of overthinking in the challenge area with the 8 of Swords, Knight of Swords, 7 of Swords, 9 of Wands, and lots of old wounds that trigger these thought processes that maybe make you spiral and are hard to come out of. So using mantra and affirmation is a really powerful tool as well to override some of these thoughts as they start to really embed in our mind and bring us down emotionally and physically and everything else. Mantra. You can look up some mantras to repeat. They can be really empowering. Colors, the colors you wear. Use color magic by wearing colors that attract the things that you want. But this is, I feel, also about other areas of your life. Maybe it's bringing a bit of color into your bedroom, or maybe your workspace needs a little bit of color or something to just feel a little more alive. Hydrate. Drinking lots of water will make a huge difference in how you feel. Swimming in water as well. Taking a bath. Small things matter. Sometimes it's the little things that can make life wonderful. all those tiny little actions that may seem insignificant to help you ground yourself and stay strong on the path that you're on, rather than losing yourself to overthinking or worries. These little small actions really do add up, and they really do make a difference. Get outdoors. Never be so busy that you forget to enjoy outdoors. Literally go for a run if you're overthinking it. Make new friends. Get out there, make new friends. Don't hide in the shadows. You don't have to do this journey alone. And that's a story that some people weave as well, is that we won't find people we resonate with, or whatever it is that creates a barrier between you and finding people you can resonate with, and believing that they do exist. There is a belonging there. Take a vacation. Time to escape all your life obligations and recharge yourself. Maybe a literal vacation, going, like we've seen a few times here, to go and visit family. But if that's not possible for you, maybe it's a break in routine and to change things up a little so it feels like a vacation. Maybe even changing the furniture around in the house can feel like a vacation. Then we got nutrition and cook more. So especially if you're maybe a little overworked and you're not getting much time, try and prioritize a bit of cooking. Your body is your temple. Try and change your eating habits, reduce the urge to eat out, and cook more meals at home. And I think that'll make you feel more nourished overall as well. Nine of Pentacles here, feeling independent and knowing that you've got you. It's a very deep self-loving action to cook for yourself and to really be there for you, like you would a friend or anyone else. And the bottom deck energy over here was clear your energy. Refuel your energy and reclaim your power, which we've discussed quite. And the next card is own your power. Fix the external by changing your internal. Own your power. Okay, group 3. I'm going to leave that there for you, beautiful people. I hope that gave you some sort of clarity, comfort, or guidance. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 3.